Hello student. In this session we will discuss about the load characteristic. Earlier in previous session we have seen that the effect or consideration of the transmission system characteristic and generator characteristic for voltage stability analysis. So same way let us understand the load characteristic for voltage stability analysis. So normally the composition of load is very important and it affects the voltage stability to great extent. And in this session we will see how this load characteristic should be considered for the voltage stability analysis, or what are the key parameters should be considered for voltage stability analysis from this load characteristic. Okay, so load characteristic and distribution system voltage control devices, that means load characteristic and the transmission system, or not, not transmission, yes, distribution system voltage control devices, that means the OLTC and ULTC, means online tap changing transformer and under load tap changing transformer, are among the key factors influencing the voltage stability. Clear? So yes, in any distribution system we have some voltage regulation devices along with the load have significant effect on voltage stability. Yes, in every distribution we have with us the voltage regulating devices which controls the, yes, not only the tap changing transformer but also the capacitor bank switching will be there for the voltage regulating devices here. So one of the most important voltage control device is the underload tap changing underload tap changer or underload tap changing transformer in distribution system. So for the voltage stability analysis in the load characteristic we must have the composition of these both characteristic, that means the characteristic of these voltage control devices as well as the load profile. We must know about the both these composite characteristic for voltage stability analysis. When the terminal voltage is or the voltage at the load point decreases, then this control devices, that means ULTC, OLTC or capacitor bank switching, will try to bring the voltage to required value or try to regulate the voltage. That means the function of this voltage regulating devices is to maintain or bring the voltage to the required value under the load point decreasing condition. So, for the understanding of this load characteristic, we need to have the understanding of behavior of these voltage control devices and the load characteristic. Means combination of both these one. The behavior of voltage control devices, that means how they will regulate or how they are work during the under or load variation conditions. Clear? So yes, voltage control devices and the load characteristic have very significant effect on the voltage stability. Clear? Very significant effect on voltage stability. So yes, next one is a first session of the theory is complete, where we have discussed that not only the load characteristic but also the characteristic of voltage control devices are important for the voltage stability analysis. Clear? Next, load whose active and reactive components vary with voltage interact with the transmission system characteristic by changing the power flow through the system. So this one we have seen in the transmission system characteristic. That means the effect on variation of load will examine through the transmission system characteristic. That means you can examine the power flow through the system. Clear? So let us understand the effect of power flow analysis for this voltage stability analysis. Here, the load flow analysis consisting the voltage dependent load. Consisting the voltage dependent load, then the solution of the load flow will be different than a case where considering the constant PQ loads. That means yes, we have done the power flow analysis in our uh, load flow analysis chapter. Then we can perform the load flow analysis for the different cases where we have considered one case where PV buses are absent and the second case when the PV buses are present. So we need to consider both such cases for while considering the load flow analysis and considering the load characteristic for voltage stability analysis. Clear? So the resultant voltage will depend upon the composite characteristic of the transmission line and the load characteristic. Clear? So the resultant voltage, that means for that particular system, for voltage stability analysis, it will not depend on any single conclusion. It will depend on the composite characteristic. That means the combination of this both the transmission system characteristic and load characteristic. Again, in load characteristic you need to consider the different case. That means in some time you have done only power flow for the PV bus absent case, or in some time you have done power flow analysis for the PV bus present case. So it depends upon the types of network also. So you need to consider such kind of difference also while considering the voltage of the network. Clear? So the system voltage settles, yes, this is the important thing. The system voltage settles at value determined by this composite characteristic. That means this composite characteristic will guide us or provide us the idea for the stable value of voltage for that particular network. And based on that, we need to set the value of, or we are in a position to control the value of that voltage at particular bus of transmission system and load. Clear? This was the second point for with respect to the load flow analysis. Clear? Now next, when the distribution voltage remains low for few minutes, thermostats and other load regulation devices as well as the manual controls tends to restore the load, means actually the more loads will be there. That means when the voltage magnitudes remain low, then this load regulation devices are comes into the picture. But actually when they are comes into the picture, they are also act as itself a load. And if this voltage will continue to remain low, then there is a more chance of the decline of voltages at that for that particular network or at that bus. Clear? So consequently, more such device will operating at any given time, and this will cause further drop in voltage. Clear? To control or restore the loads or voltage, there are many such devices are operating together, and this will further reduce the drop in voltage. If the lower voltage scenario is not controllable, then such kind of system issues arise. That means continuously it will drop. And if the voltage was low, yes, if the voltage was low, these turns will cause further drop on voltage of the system. Clear? So this is the condition if we are using this voltage control device to regulate the voltages, but if they are not in a position to control the voltage at particular network or particular bus for maintaining the acceptable limit, then it will the devices also will act as a load itself. Then the there are more chances for the voltage lower into the system or voltage instability for such system. Clear? So we need to understand the characteristic for the regulation devices and the try to maintain the voltage at acceptable limit. And the another aspect is that we have large number of induction motor. We have considered here the case of thermostat. Let us consider which is the static load. Clear? Static load. Here we have considered the second one, which is the large number of induction motor load, which is the dynamic load into the system. So the voltage stability analysis, one has to model the loads. That means types of load, whether it is a static load like thermostat or it is a dynamic load. So behavior of the load is most important to understand the behavior of the load for the understanding the load characteristic. That means for such kind of load it will take a fewer minutes for the analysis for voltage stability, or in the dynamic load or fast acting equipment, just recall the classification of voltage stability where we have seen the short term and long term voltage stability based on the load which are connected on the system on network. Clear? So the here we have considered two different cases for the static load and the dynamic load. So for voltage stability analysis, one has to model the loads that is industrial load, maybe induction motor have to be modeled. Then the thermostatically controlled load have to be modeled. That means both the static and dynamic loads should be modeled, and the characteristic from that we can conclude the load characteristic for voltage stability analysis. Clear? So we have to model actually the operation of under load tap changers. Then in addition to this, one has to model the behavior of the shunt capacitor. That means these are the voltage control device which are there in the distribution system for reactive power compensation, or we can say for voltage magnitude making in acceptable limit. Clear? So for example, the thermostats open and close is not a very fast. It will take a few seconds and even sometimes few minutes. Therefore, when you are model this voltage stability phenomena, this is the most important part of this theory. When you are model this voltage stability phenomena is to be examined over a few minutes. It did not like that angle stability where we can examine in few seconds. And this thing I have already discussed with you, that for the case of angle stability you can analysis in first few seconds that there is a chance of stability or instability based on delta versus T curve. But in the case of voltage stability analysis, there are number of equipments and parameters which affect the voltage stability analysis. That means the voltage dependent devices all are should be considered for the voltage stability analysis, and that's why it will take a more time to conclude the voltage stability, means fewer minutes. Clear? So in load characteristic we have seen the first one is the behavior or the understanding the modeling or characteristic of voltage control devices. Then the second one is we have seen the effect of power flow analysis for the considering of voltage stability. Just you have to explain the two different cases. For different cases the magnitude of voltage is different, or for different types of buses the magnitude of voltage at particular bus may vary, and based on that we have to select or consider the voltage profile. That means we have to consider the composite characteristic for voltage stability analysis. That means the combination of the transmission system characteristic and load characteristic. And the third one is we have to understand or model the different types of load. Model the different types of load or understand the modeling of different types of load. That means different types of load, that means static and dynamic load. For static load you can consider the example of thermostats, and for dynamic load, that means fast acting equipment, you can consider the induction motor. Clear? Thermostat and induction motor. So overall, after examining all these three parameters or all these three key parameters, you can conclude the voltage stability for that particular network. Clear? So unlike, you can not directly conclude from this for the case of angle stability for in first few seconds. For that, for the voltage stability analysis, and if you are examine the load characteristic for the voltage stability analysis, then you need to consider all these three parameter and the composite side characteristic of all these three parameter will give you accurate and exact idea for voltage stability analysis. Clear? I hope you have understood up to this. In next session we will discuss the characteristic of reactive power compensating devices. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can directly contact me.